Welcome back to the channel. Today there's some updates surrounding a pretty big airline merger with a bit of objection coming from another major company. Moving over to Air India, we have some news surrounding their A350, and lastly SAS continues to enter headlines for positive reasons. Let me begin with United. Obtaining necessary approval from regulators for consolidation is always challenging, even more so when another major airline, in this case of United Airlines, offers its thoughts in the form of maybe a very subtle objection or concern. As part of the major US airlines' concerns with the prospective deal, it has highlighted potential issues it would have with its relationship alongside Hawaiian Airlines if a consolidation effort, or takeover should I say, proceeded. United Airlines has a strong presence across Hawaii from the frequency of flights to the aircraft it utilizes. However, if Alaska and Hawaiian proceeded with their merger, it would be concerned about the prospective impact on itself. That impact trickles down to miles being rewarded to passengers when flying around Hawaii, alongside ticket sales on the website. The prospective deal I speak of is valued at almost USD 2 billion and could now be thrown into more turmoil, delaying the finalization of something that already is challenging to complete. There were always to be investigations into the ramifications of competition from such a coming together. Similar to, you've got to also remember the recently rejected JetBlue and Spirit prospective deal, which regulators had concerns with regards to increased airfares. If all were to be approved though, the two brands of Alaska and Hawaiian would stay separate, but Hawaiian would fall into Alaska's hands, the routes would be transferred, and a takeover basically would occur. From here, Alaska Airlines would be able to ensure connectivity between the islands remains at an adequate level, but also for global locations, it would be able to utilize aircraft such as the 787 and other wide bodies to its advantage, obviously not something in its current mainline fleet. While United's concerns are fresh, the response has yet to come from the airlines actually involved. However, there have been murmurs such as comments regarding prospective loyalty benefits that would be part of this takeover that would align with the One World Alliance, something United is not part of. United's feelings were disclosed in a very brief filing which highlighted the codeshare, interline and loyalty agreements, among other fundamental avenues of its relationship that were being brought up. How these comments affect the overall progress of the tie-up remains to be seen. However, the consensus is that there could now be fresh delays after progress felt like it was being made positively. You've got some onlookers that argue United's comments are hardly enough to throw the merger out the window and lean more towards United attempting some form of pushback, and on the other side you have those arguing that United is expressing a feeling that is broadly felt across the US as other neighbouring companies find ways to combat these consolidation efforts we're witnessing. You can let me know which camp you find yourself in down below in the comments. Over to Air India, and they're continuing to build momentum for the future by officially deploying their Airbus A350 towards London Heathrow. The A350-900, the airline's latest flagship, is seen across vital domestic markets already, such as Delhi and Mumbai, alongside Dubai. But flights to London represent another crucial step and is the first long-haul market to get the aircraft. While the airline will offer double daily flights from Delhi to Heathrow, more importantly, the use of the 350 will allow customers to experience the new Air India. This new era follows Tata Group's purchase from the Indian government and the subsequent billions that have already been injected into such a damaged brand. Tata Group has prioritized purchasing things such as new aircraft, creating a new brand image that includes a new livery alongside other initiatives, such as the eventual updating of airport lounges, loyalty programs, cabin products, and pretty much everything else in between. The ambition has been clear from the first day they took the company back into their hands, to make Air India a world-class airline, widely respected and regarded as India's national carrier, which, while this is a title that has remained even through their turmoil, they have not been respected on a global scale, and you'd probably make the case not even within India India. The addition of the A350 specifically to Heathrow will, yes, bump up capacity on a weekly basis, with those flying from the UK-based location now able to have greater onward connectivity options across India on domestic service. Heathrow has really been the key focal point for the deployment of the next era in terms of cabin product as well, with the 777-300ER featuring with an updated cabin interior. Air India is betting that these investments, along with the implementation of new, more elevated standards, will be incredibly fundamental in allowing them to turn the perception of it and also fortunes around. For as long as can be remembered, the company was bleeding money, with no end in sight, and the losses mounted, with people's overall opinion on the airline deteriorating, from people's flying experiences to general conversations with them. However, under new ownership, and therefore subsequent new leadership, analysts believe that while there is an uphill battle, for the first time, Air India is on the right pathway. While much focus is placed on this onboard experience, we know Air India must also invest in technologies to ensure that customer satisfaction levels inside airports and beyond are of the highest standard. Analysts argue this at least. As a result, this endeavour has become one of the most extensive, expensive, and fascinating turnaround plans we've witnessed in recent times, and it certainly comes with its associated risks, but the company is willing to take these on. On to the final story, and this should come as no shock to you, but SAS has officially joined the SkyTeam Global Alliance, official on September 1, after a very busy few weeks. It's felt like they're continuing to pop up in the headlines, and actually for the right reason. Such a move came after a lot of deliberation, and now thanks to global partners, we'll see benefits from customers with greater connectivity. For SkyTeam, however, on a more personal level, they'll have access to the world's southernmost and northernmost commercial airports, resulting in no stone being left unturned, and their mission to try and cover the world truly proceeding in a positive manner. Thanks to the SAS being added to the SkyTeam network, the Alliance will have increased access to Oslo, Stockholm, and Copenhagen, these cities all important. With over 1,000 destinations across the Alliance, SAS notes it will monitor code share agreements with airlines maybe it hasn't established a relationship with as of yet. An existing collaboration with Air France-KLM, which was instrumental in SAS moving alliances, is just one of the many examples that we could see in the future. The opportunities endless. SAS labels the move to join SkyTeam and obviously the restructuring exit as pillars of a new era after a tiresome few years. These years saw it prioritize the reorganization of debt, we saw the reduction of key assets, and really it tried to find ways to become more stable as a business. The reality is, the Scandinavian carrier has a storied history, and to ensure that history remains not only intact, but has a massive future, it has meant that a few years of hardship were required to turn the tables back around in the airline's favour. In terms of target collaboration markets, well, there really isn't one it's strictly focusing in on just yet, but there are possibilities from South America, North America, to Asia, the Caribbean, and more. They're all within reach, and it's an exciting time for the airline, which, again, this alliance joining has been long documented, and it does also mark a shift away from Star Alliance, which not only has it been with for a long time, but it was a core founding member. It makes this switch so noteworthy, but again, wouldn't be possible without Air France-KLM, who have a 19.9% stake in the new SAS and have already stated that they want to increase this if deemed suitable in the future. Thanks a lot for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.